Good morning, and thank you for joining me for another morning of my 5 minute motivational moments. Today, we're going to talk about vulnerability. We're going to talk about vulnerability. And I'm recording on my phone. I'm doing this from my phone. So if you hear any noises or vibrations or anything like that, that's why I'm doing it from my phone today. So again, we're going to talk about vulnerability. And we know the definition of vulnerability, basically the willingness to be open, and allowing our weaknesses to be known. And this is a hard word because we do know what it means. We know that that means that we have to show a weak area in our being, a weak point in our lives. We know that it may open us up to attack. And all of the things that go along with that, all the emotions that go along with that. We know that it may open us up to being hurt. So, yeah, this is a hard one. This is a hard one. However, well, I shouldn't say however. Most people don't want to be hurt. They fear being hurt. And that fear is usually based on having either witnessed someone else being hurt or haven't been hurt themselves in the past. But I can also argue that if you open yourself up, allow yourself to be vulnerable or weak, maybe even hurt, it could be a good thing. You could get a good thing out of the situation, believe it or not. That possibility of a good thing is actually there. So think about the best love. Phew, pardon me. Think about the best love you've ever had. Pardon me. This is real life. This is what happens in real life. But think about the best love you've ever had. And you may not have experienced that love if you had not opened yourself up to the possibility of it, the possibility of being hurt instead of being loved. Think about that. If you've ever given birth, think about the fact that you have to actually literally open yourself up to the pain and the struggle that comes along with birthing a child. From the Braxton Hicks to the actual labor pains to the actual being on the table or the bed, and you are literally going through the pains of pushing, birthing that little human being. You've opened yourself up and made yourself weak, and you're actually at your strongest, believe it or not. And at the end of that, you get to see this beautiful little human being. At the end, at the end, the joy, the tears of joy, the feelings of elation, the love that overcomes you, loving something or someone more than you ever thought you ever could. But you had to open yourself up to being vulnerable, to being weak, to experience the pain to get there. So you think about that. And the end result was something that was the most beautiful thing that ever happened to you. Many relationships fail because one party or the other, or even both, refuse to be vulnerable and open themselves up to the other person, sharing who they really are and their past hurts or traumas puts them at risk of basically being ridiculed. I mean, you have those who will ridicule you or call you weak or call you a punk, because you shared your true emotions and your true feelings, or because you have shared an experience that you thought you were in a safe space to share. So now you don't want to share with anyone because you've done it in the past, and you were ridiculed, you were called a punk, or some other derogatory negative word. However, on the other side of that, you could open yourself up to the best partner that you've ever had in life, the best mate, the best friend that you've ever had in life, that will have your back, that will support you, that will share their love with you and provide a safe space for you. So if you've got that, then that means you can also start the healing process of those past traumas. You can heal from the things that hurt you and pushed you down and made you feel absolutely horrible or less than. All the negativity. Yesterday I talked about negativity. All of the negativity that came about. You can literally heal from that in many cases if you allow yourself to be weak with the right person and they support you in that healing. So allow yourself sometimes to be vulnerable so that you can, in the end, hopefully be healed. I've got two scriptures for you. Well, actually, I've got one scripture for you. We've all heard 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. My grace is sufficient. My power is made perfect in weakness. Of course, that is a paraphrase. But look at Isaiah 41 and 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen, help, and uphold you with my right hand. Again, a paraphrase, but go and take a look at that. Isaiah 41 and 10. Marinate on that, ruminate on that, meditate on that, and see what it is that God is trying to get you to understand in that scripture. So with that, I've got to get out of here. I got some stuff to do before I head to work. Hope that you have an amazing rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you.